Another hard day in the stock markets. Let's not kid around. Look at this. The NASDAQ looks really bad. For the first time since January 2022, we closed below the 200 moving average, the pink line that you see here. But there's a development happening in the commodity sector that is super interesting that could decouple itself from the overall market and make us a lot of money. And I give you two of my top stocks in this market. Let's talk about it. Let's make some money in the markets.
Welcome to Hot Trades of the Day, your show for swing trading ideas for the coming days, weeks, and month.
So we got to start off with the stock markets. This is the NASDAQ 100 and it looks really bad. There's no way to sugarcoat it. Yes, we are at this double support zone now. But the close below the 200, that is pretty significant. If we don't retake the 200, that would lead to a breakdown below this uptrend and the horizontal support zone. And then, just based on the charts, the price target has to be around 14,000, this lower end of the channel. All right. So this is about 30% correction. Hard bear market, no doubt. But we said 200 in 2022. Last time the NASDAQ closed below it. And we had a really bad bear market then. So that checks out. Let's look at the S&P real quick. And then we get to the commodities. And the S&P, oh boy. Oh boy. Man, you know the bulls are eating heart medication right now like they're M&Ms. Look at this. We broke and closed below this last support zone. The uptrend channel is broken. That one is gone anyway, right? Now the 200 is holding up the S&P 500. We haven't broken below it, but we're close. Intraday, we're below it already. And you can see on the top, the 20 is about to cut below the 50. Also not a great sign. So what do we do if the stock market is not working? Well, if the stock market is not working, we're going to places that are working, and that are the commodities. And here we have a really interesting phenomenon that we want to talk about, because you can listen to all the other channels on CNBC about why the stock market is going on. You come here to find investment ideas. And here's what we have. We see the gold price is holding up very well. It regained the 20 and was able to defend it today. This is the 20-day moving average. But what's way more interesting is, remember this red candle that we have here? Look at silver. Big green candle with long wick. Silver is starting to detach itself from the gold price. That makes sense because we have the catch-up trade and massive short positions in the silver market that would allow silver to decouple itself from gold and from the stock markets and start a gigantic rally. And as you can see, it's looking better and better. We are above the 200, obviously. We are above the 50, obviously. We retook the 20. We retook the 20 for the first time. The last time this happened was January 28th, and then you saw this big up move that happened. So if this happens today, if this happens again, all we need to do is to break through this last resistance zone, and then the short's gonna scramble. We are already in the long-term time frame. Let me switch to the weekly so you can see it better. Things are getting really interesting with silver. Look at this. I've been telling you about this yellow resistance zone forever. It goes all the way back to 2020. And as you can see, since 2024, basically for the past year, we've been trying to get through it and we just can't get through it. But now we're developing real strength. Look at this long weekly candle. This looks really bullish, right? This looks really bullish. If we break this resistance zone and close above it, which we did here, but then it got negated with the next candle. So we need to close above it and confirm above it. And then the short squeeze is on for silver. And this, as I said, can happen even if the stock market is struggling, even if gold is just moving sideways. So we want to take a look, obviously, at some interesting silver plays right now. And I brought you two that I really like that are breaking out. Abra Silva on the daily. Look at this. This looks great on the daily. Short-term uptrend broken. 20, we retook it. This one is ready to party. If you want to get in, I would try, if you want to swing trade it, I would try to get in around 316. We had an up move here. Consolidation. We're ready for the next leg up. And the second one I really like, Discovery Silver. One of the best stocks in 2025 so far. Same thing. Up move. Consolidation. I don't know why this is green. This should be red. But you get the idea. Consolidation. Breakout. We are ready to party. Also here, I would try to get in around 166, 167 Canadian. These are two silver stocks that have really great setups for swing trades right now. If we look at other silver stocks, we see that they're still struggling. Gold stocks too. I love the gold miners, you know this, especially the junior producers. This is where the real action is going to be. But if silver is going to decouple itself, then the silver stocks will be the ones that have a chance to go up because nobody's invested in them. So what's going to happen if the NASDAQ and the S&P fall into a bear market, which basically would be confirmed if we break below 20,000 in the NASDAQ, which would confirm the break of the 200 and would confirm the break of the midterm uptrend channel that I showed you. Let me get to this real quick. And the horizontal zone, here we go. All right, so if we break below 20,000, we're going to run down to 19,500 really quickly, and then things are getting really dicey for the high-tech stocks and the NASDAQ. Well, all the money needs to find a new bull market, and that, it looks like one of these could be silver. And then, obviously, the silver stocks are really going to run. If silver breaks out, we get a short squeeze, which starts the catch-up trade. All the retail investors are pouring into the silver stocks. We can position ourselves right away. Before that, I gave you two of my favorite stocks right now in the silver mining sector. More on Monday in the next video. Let's see what happens on Friday. And then we'll see if we find other investment opportunities and swing trading opportunities in the silver market. Have a great weekend. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.